combine queries. What is combine queries? What we will do with combine queries, we'll discuss now. Let me close this start screen and let me open Power Query. Click on transform data to open Power Query. When Power Query open, you'll see combine here. This is what I am going to talk today. In the home tab, you'll have an option called combine here. When you go to the combine, there you will see two things. One is merge query, second one is append queries, and third one is combine files. So these combine files are related to append queries only. Broadly, combine queries have two parts, merge queries and append queries. Combine queries have two parts. One is merge queries, second one is append queries. Let's talk about both of them. Let me write here. So in combine queries, we have two things, guys. One is merge queries and second one is append queries. So if you know database, merge queries are similar to joins. If you know database, in database you have a concept called joins, right? So similar to joins, in Power Query, we have merge queries. Whenever you need to join the tables in database, you will use joins, right? In database, to join the tables, you will use joins. In Power Query, to join the tables, you will use merge queries. In Power Query, to join the tables, you will use merge queries. Same way, append queries. Append queries are similar to union all. There is a set operator in the database with the name union all. So whenever you need to union the two tables, you'll use union all, right? So in Power Query, whenever you need to union the two tables, you have append queries. You'll come to know, guys. You'll come to know. For now, just understand at a high level. These are the two things you have under combine queries. Important one, just concentrate. Just concentrate. Now, first, we will talk about merge queries, guys. First, I'll talk about what? Merge queries. In today's class, we'll discuss about merge queries. Once we complete the merge queries, then we will start append queries. Let's start with merge queries today. So first, before we go and start merge queries, in the database, what is happening? In the database, we call them as tables. In database, where we will store the data? Tables. And when you bring the tables to Power Query, in Power Query, we call them as queries, guys. In Power Query, whatever the tables you brought, we call it as what? Queries. In Power Query, you call it as queries. Simple. In the database, where we store the data, we call it as tables. The same tables, when you bring to Power Query, we call it as queries. Combine queries are nothing but combining the tables. What is combine queries means? Using combine queries, we can combine the tables. If someone asks you what is the purpose of combine queries? Combine queries are used for the purpose of combining the tables. Let me write here. Combine queries are used to combine the tables. When you want to combine the tables, we can combine the tables using combine queries. So in Power Query, we can combine the tables in two ways. Okay, using combine queries, you'll combine the tables. Fine. In Power Query, we can combine the tables in two ways. In Power Query, we can combine the tables in two ways. One way to combine the tables in the Power Query is using merge queries. Another way to combine the tables in the Power Query is append queries. You'll understand how we'll combine the tables using both of them. First, I'll start with merge queries, and then slowly we'll go and discuss about append queries. First, let's start with merge queries. So I said that merge queries are similar to joins. When we will use joins in the database? Okay, merge queries are similar to joins. When we will use joins in the database? When we will use joins in the database? So when we will use joins in the database is whenever we need to retrieve the data from more than one table, we need to use joins, guys. Look at this. So let me show you. When we will use joins in the databases, whenever we need to retrieve the data from more than one table, we'll use joins. So whenever we need to retrieve the data from more than one table in single select statement, we'll use joins, guys. Right? So in simple terms, whenever we need to retrieve the data from more than one table in a single select statement, we'll use joins. Look at this. I'm connecting to a database. Click on connect. So I will click on news query. So there is a database with the name employee database. Employee database is there. There is the tables EMP table and DEPT table. You have the tables EMP table and DEPT table. So let me write the query on employee database. I want to write the query on employee database, change it to employee database. So when I want to bring the data from one table, I'll write select star from EMP. This will give the data from one table, guys. So it will show what are the columns you have in one table itself. Employee number, employee name, salary. 8 columns are there in employee. It is showing all the 8 columns to you. When I go and write select star from DEPT, select star from DEPT, it will show only the columns which are there in the DEPT, guys. So in DEPT, what are the columns you have? It show department number, DNAME and location. Only department number columns it is showing. When I want to show both of them, so in the single select statement, so here either I can show only columns which are there in employee, either we can show only the data which is there in DEPT, either we can show only the data which is there in the DEPT. Either one we can do it, either one. So either I can see employee data, either I can see department data. So in the same output, I want to see the employee belongs to which department name, the employee belongs to which location. I want to see it, guys. I want to see it. So when you want to see the data, from this, so I want to see all the columns from EMP table. Along with this, I want to see the columns from DEPT table also. DNAME is there in the DEPT table. DNAME is there in the location table. In the single output, in the single select statement output, I want to see the columns from EMP table. These are the columns from EMP table. Along with that, I want to even see the columns from DEPT table. This time, you need to go and write join syntax, guys. Joins. You need to write join syntax. You can write like this: select star from EMP inner join. I can use inner join file now. EMP inner join DEPT on EMP dot department number equal to DEPT dot department number. DEPT dot department number. So when you run this query, I'm asking to show all the columns from EMP table and DEPT table. And when I run this query, look at this. It will give all the columns from EMP table, and it is even giving the columns from EMP table, DEPT table, guys. Like this, from multiple tables, if you want to see the output at a time, you need to use joins, guys. So keep in mind, in the database, whenever we need to retrieve the data from more than one table in a single select statement, we will use joins. Okay, we'll use joins there. Now there are multiple joins. So how you know which type of join you need to use? How you need to know which type of join use? I use inner join here. There are different types of joins in the database. If you know, there are different types of joins in the database. There are different types of joins. The first type of join we have is cross join, and the next join we have is, some people will call cross join as Cartesian join also. Cartesian join. And the next type of join we have is inner join. Inner join, some people will call it as equijoin also. Some people will call equijoin. So multiple names are there for inner join or equijoin or natural join. So this is the second type of join we have. Third is left outer join. And fourth is right outer join. And fifth is full outer join. And sixth is self join. Something like this. So how do you know when to use which join here? So you are not to suppose go and use the blindly inner join. You are not go and use blindly left outer join. So how do you know that which type of join I need to use? Okay, whenever we need to see the data from more than one table in a single select statement, we need to use join. How can you know what type of join we need to use here? How you will decide what type of join we need to use here? So based on the output I need from these tables, I need to choose the join type case. Based on the output I need to choose join type. If I want only matching records in the output, I want to use inner join. If I want matching records and non-matching records, I need to go and use outer joins. Right? In the output, what you need to see, based on that you need to choose the join type case. In the output, what you need to see, based on that you need to choose the join type. Let me write here. So in the output, based on what output we need to choose the join type. You will understand, based on what output we need to choose join types. Yes, there are different types of joins, right? So from multiple tables, what output we need, based on that we need to choose the join types here. You will came to know in a detailed way. I'll discuss them. Okay, and now I'll explain when to use merge queries in Power Query now. So when to use merge queries in Power Query? Till now we discussed in the database point of view. So what is joins in database point of view? How many types of joins we have? So on what basis you will choose the join type? We discussed in the database point of view. Now let's talk about merge queries. Now there is a merge queries in the Power Query, and this merge queries, I need to know when to use that merge queries. When to use that merge queries, I need to know, guys. So when to use that merge queries is, let me write. So when client provided the data to you, sometimes client will provide the data in more number of tables, guys. Sometimes when client provided the data to you, the data will be stored in many number of tables. When the data is stored in many number of tables, when you bring the tables, when you load the tables as it is, the many tables I loaded as it is, and when I create the visual on many tables, when I create a report or when I create a visual on many tables, when I share that visual with my client, when my client open that visual, it takes lot of time to store the data in the visual. When you create any visuals on many number of tables, when you create visuals on many number of when you create reports on many number of tables, when client open that report, it takes time to load the data in the report, guys. It takes time to load the data in the report. Let me write here. There are some cases, the data client will give the data in many number of tables, lot of tables will be there, and you will bring the tables and you will load the tables as it is, and you will create the reports or visuals on many number of tables. When you share the reports or visuals with your client, which was created on many number of tables, when a client is trying to open the report to see the data, it takes lot of time to show the data. It might take 2 minutes of time to show the data. It might take 3 minutes of time to show the data. It might take 4 minutes of time to show the data when you create the report on more number of tables. Let me write down. When we create visuals or reports, 1 second guys. When we create visuals or reports on more number of tables, when we share reports or visuals with the client, when we create visuals on more number of tables, when we share visuals or reports with clients, when we share that report with when we share that visuals or reports with the client, to see the data in the report, it takes time. To load the data into the report or visual, it will take time, guys. It will take time, right? So what happens is, look at this. I loaded some tables here, 5 tables. Let's assume I have 5 tables here. I have 5 tables here, and I created a visual on 5 tables. So I shared that visual with my clients. I created a visual on 5 tables. I shared with my client. Every time when client open this visual, at the runtime, this visual will write the query. This visual will try to join all the 5 tables at the runtime. Once after joining the 5 tables, it will show the results in the visual. Joining the 5 tables at the runtime, showing the results in the visual will take time. Might be it will take 2 minutes of time also. So when you have huge volumes of data, to show the data in the visual, it might even take 2 minutes of time also. Why? Because it need to join each and every table data, and it need to show it. So performance issues will be there. When you create the visuals on more number of tables, performance will be less. To improve that performance, what I can do is, I can bring that 5 tables to Power Query using merge queries. I can bring that 5 tables to Power Query using merge queries. I can combine the 5 tables into one table. I can load one table. And when I create a visual on one table, when I create a visual, when I share that visual with my client, when my client open this visual, it will take the data from only one table. So previously when it takes 2 minutes, now it will give the data in 5 seconds of time. Within 5 seconds or less than 5 seconds, it will give the data. So same data. Previously, you loaded 5 tables as it is, you created a visual. Unfortunately, when client open that visual, every time it will join that 5 tables in the Power Query. At the runtime, it will give the output. For that, it takes time. Instead of that, bring that 5 tables to Power Query using merge queries. Load the one table in Power Pivot and create the visual on one table. Obviously, it will give the data within less time. When you share that visual which created on one table, it will give the less time, guys. Let me explain like this. So when you load 5 tables, when you create a visual on the 5 tables, or reports on 5 tables, when you share that with the clients, when it is taking 2 minutes of time, so instead of bringing the 5 tables as it is into the Power Pivot, so using merge queries, So you have 5 tables. 5 tables. Using the merge queries, combine them into one table, load them into Power Pivot, and create the visuals and reports. When you create the visuals and reports on one table, it will take the data within 5 seconds of time. Just roughly I'm giving guys. See how much performance you are getting here. So end of the day, when my client open the report, when my client open these reports and visuals, they need to see the data quickly. They need to see the data quickly. Tomorrow when you join in any company, when the data is storing in many tables, so if there is any requirement where you need to create the visuals on many tables, don't create the visuals on many number of tables, like 5 tables, 6 tables. So they will degrade the performance. They'll degrade the performance. What you need to do is bring the tables to Power Query, combine the tables, load them into 1 or 2 tables, and then create the visuals on less number of tables all the time. They'll give the better performance, guys. Look at this. In our example, to demonstrate this in a simple way, I'll tell you. So I have new source here. I will bring the data Excel, desktop backup, source files. I'll bring EMP table, DEPT table. So I have EMP table, DEPT table, and managers table. I have some employee data in 3 tables. I can bring the 3 tables as it is. I'll press OK. I can load these 3 tables as it is into Power Pivot. I'll load 3 tables as it is into the Power Pivot. Click on close and apply. Click on close and apply. I loaded the 3 tables. Client is asking to create a visual on these 3 tables. Client is asking to create one visual on EMP table, DEPT table, and managers table. Client is asking to show some data in the visual from these 3 tables. 3 tables. For that, what I can do is go here. I'll take one report or visual, and I'll take one visual here. I'll go and drag employee name. What client is asking to show is client is asking to show employee name. Client is asking to show job. Client is asking to show what is the salary we are paying. Client is asking to show what is the commission we are paying. And client is asking to show in which department number employee is working. So these are the different columns client is asking to show from employee table. Or else reduce some columns to save some space. Let's remove this job column. And let's remove this commission column. Client is asking to show employee name, salary, department number. Along with this, from department table, client is asking to show D name. Client is asking to show in which location employee is working. And from the managers table, client is asking to show who is the manager. How many tables are used to create this visual? 3 number of tables. When we share this visual with the client, when the client open this visual to see the data, so when you share this visual with the client, when client is trying to see the data in this visual, so now you are showing the data from 3 different tables. 3 different tables. Look at this. You created this visual on 3 tables. When you share this visual with the client, when client try to open this visual every time, this visual will write one DAX query on the 3 tables. It will try to join the 3 tables, guys. It will try to join the 3 tables. It will try to show the data in the output. So when this 3 tables contains huge volumes of data, to see the data in the visual, client want to wait for few minutes, few seconds or few minutes. Right, we are wasting their time. Instead of that, what I can do is, I can combine these 3 tables into one table. I can combine these 3 tables into one table, and I can create the same one on one table. Yes, the same result. You can show it on one table. How can we do it is, where you can merge these tables, go to Power Query. I'll quickly combine the tables. Anyway, I'll discuss them again. you will came to know how to combine them. For now, quickly do it. I'll go to merge queries. I'll go to merge queries as new. I want to join EMP table with DEPT table based on a common column. So whenever you need to join the tables, you need to select the tables which you need to join. I want to join EMP table and DEPT table, and you need to select the matching column. The matching column here is this, and you need to select the join type. The matching column is department number. The default join type is left outer join. I'll go with left outer join itself. Press OK. When you press OK, you will get a new table which contains employee related columns and DEPT related columns. I'll go to the right. So you have all the employee related columns as well as DEPT related columns. Expand it, and you can choose what columns you want from DEPT table. I want dname and location columns from DEPT table. Press OK. Now this table contains both employee related columns as well as DEPT related columns. You will understand how to do this. And to this result, I need to join even managers table also. Select this table, go here, merge queries as new. I need to join EMP DEPT table with managers table based on a common column called manager number, and the default join is left outer join. This table will get both employee related data, DEPT related data, and managers related data. 3 tables data you brought into one table. Just click on expand and select what columns you want. If you want only manager name, select only manager name. All this you will understand, guys. In a detailed way, I'll explain. Just once you got the 3 tables, click on close and apply. Now you will get one table which contains all the 3 tables data. Look at this. There is one table here, EMP DEPT manager, which contains column from EMP table, what columns I need from EMP table. It contains what columns I need from DEPT table. It contains what columns I need from manager table. This time to create the visual, I no need to go to 3 tables. I can just create on this table. Let me go here. I'll take one visual here. And in this visual this time, I'll take the columns from this table. I want employee name column. I'll just drag employee name column. I want salary column. I'll take the salary column from this. I want department number column. I just take the department number column from this. And I want, along with the department number column, I want dname column. I'll just drag dname column. Along with the dname column, I want location column. Just drag location column. Along with the location column, I need manager name column. Just drag manager name column. Look at this. Whatever I'm showing here, the same result I'm able to show here also. The same results I can even show here also. Look at this, exactly same results. Here and there, the result is exactly same. There is no difference here. There is no difference here. So this visual is created on top of only one table. This visual is created on top of only three tables. When you share this, every time when client open this visual, it need to join these 3 tables and it need to give the data. But this visual, when every time client open, it will directly take the data from one table, it will give it. It will give the better performance, guys. I can even, when you go to the view tab, so which visual is taking more time, I can show you. So how can we see is, go to the view tab. In the view tab, there is an option called performance analyzer. In the view tab, there is an option called performance analyzer. Click on performance analyzer. A new window will come here, and click on start recording. Start recording. Click on refresh visuals. Refresh visuals. Click on refresh visuals. So how to open it, guys? Open it is, just go to view tab, click on performance analyzer, start recording, refresh visuals. So here, if you look at a few visuals, you are not seeing much difference here. Why you are not seeing much difference is, so you are dealing with less volumes of data. You are dealing with less volumes of data, but there is some difference. There is some difference, guys. Let me go to here, click on refresh, but you will find some difference when the tables. Click on performance analyzer, start recording, refresh the visuals. So when you refresh it, so sometimes you are not seeing much difference here. The only reason why you are not seeing much difference here is we are dealing with less volumes of data. So where you can see the time. So sorry, let me show the time. So performance analyzer, start recording, refresh the visuals. You are seeing some time duration in milliseconds here. One table visual is taking less time. One table visual is taking more time. When you have huge volumes of data in the tables, there is no doubt it takes more time, guys. So now we are dealing with less volumes of data. It is not showing much difference, but in the real time, we'll have the tables with millions of records of data. You will see a lot of time difference. So we understand why we need to use merge queries here. Whenever there is a requirement where we need to create the visuals on more number of tables, it is recommended go to the Power Query, combine that more number of tables into one table or two table, load the tables and create the visuals always on less number of tables. This is how you can improve the performance of the reports and visuals. Fine. Now we'll talk about when to use which joins. There are join types. We'll talk about when to use which join type. We'll talk about first. I'll talk about cross join, guys. Cross join or Cartesian join. I said that based on the output we need to choose the join type. So first I'll explain when I perform cross join between the tables, what output you will get. I'll explain. First we need to know when we perform cross join, what might be the output you will get. You need to know. When you perform inner join, what kind of output you will get. You need to know. When you perform left outer join, what kind of output you will get. You know. Tomorrow client will give table 1 to you and table 2 to you, and they will ask some output here. Some output, let's assume they ask some output like this. So, and when they ask some output like this, you want to go and perform left outer join. So client will tell that from these two tables, what kind of output they want. So based on the output, you need to choose these join types. First of all, you need to know to get this kind of output, which join type will give. You need to know, guys. To get this kind of output, whether inner join will give it, or to get this kind of output, whether left outer join will give it, you need to know. So that is the reason what we will do is, first I'll perform a cross join between the two tables and I'll explain what kind of output it will give. Then I'll perform inner join between the two tables and I'll explain what kind of output it will give. Tomorrow when client is expecting this kind of output, you can go and perform inner join. I will take two tables, I'll perform left outer join and I'll show what kind of output you will get. Tomorrow when client is expecting this kind of output, you can go and perform left outer join, right? So reverse engineering, we're doing something here. Fine. Now first let's talk about cross join. What is cross join? When you perform cross join between the tables, what kind of output you will get? We'll see. So let me take some two tables to perform the cross join. Let me show you guys. Cross join or Cartesian join. Let me show you what is this cross join or Cartesian join. I'll take some two sample tables now. Let me go to Power Query, this PC, D drive, Power BI material, Power Query. Combined queries, joins. So I have some two tables here with some sample data. Very simple tables. I'll show you. So table 1 is employee table here. Table 1 is employee table and it contains 4 columns in it. Employee table contains how many columns, guys? Just 4 columns in it. Another table is there, DEPT table, and it contains 4 more columns in it. So 3 more columns in it. So I have EMP table and DEPT table. EMP table contains 4 columns and 4 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. DEPT table will contain 3 columns and 3 rows. To make it simple, I created some 2 sample tables here. And in EMP table, I have employee number column and that employee number, who is the employee name, and for that employee what is the salary, and for that employee in which department number he is working. We have few columns, guys. The same way in the department table we have department number column. So 10th department employees belongs to which department name, 10th department employees belongs to which location, you have it. 20th department employees belongs to which department name, which location, you have it. Fine, two tables are there. So now I'll go and perform cross join between this EMP table and DEPT table. Between these two tables I'll perform cross join. So when you perform cross join, you need to know what kind of output it will give. What kind of output it will give. Basically, the database syntax for cross join is, let me write here. The database syntax for cross join is, I want to join these two tables, this time cross join. For cross join, you need to just select star from EMP comma DEPT. Just this is the syntax for cross join, guys. Select, it will select all the columns. Now I am not mentioning any join type. I'm not mentioning any join condition. In the cross join syntax, I'm just writing, just select all the columns from EMP table and DEPT table. When I execute it, it will execute and it will give some output, guys. So it will give all the columns from EMP table and all the columns from DEPT table. So I have 8 columns from EMP table, it will give 8 columns. It will have 3 columns from DEPT table, it will give 3 columns. But I don't want all the columns in the output. I want only selected list of columns. When I want only selected list of columns, instead of writing star, you need to write column name. I want employee number column. I want employee name column. I want salary column. I want department number column. So I want this 4 columns, guys, from EMP table. Along with these 4 columns, I want DNAME column in the output. I want location column in the output. Let's take an example. I don't want all the columns. I just want only 4 columns from EMP table and 2 columns from DEPT table. Now it is almost showing 11 columns. I don't want all the 11 columns. I want 4 plus 2, 6 columns in the output. So when you write star, it will take all the columns. I don't want star here. Instead of star, I want, star means all the columns. I want only selected list of columns. I can mention it. When I try to run this query, it will throw an error. Ambiguous column name. So it is giving the error only for the department number column. It is not giving the error for employee number column. It is not giving the error for employee name column, salary column, DNAME column, location column. Only for department number column, it is telling that it's an ambiguous column. I have some confusion here. Ambiguous means confusion. This is confusing me. It is telling the database telling that it is confusing me. What is the reason is, employee number is there in only employee table, guys. A column with this employee number is available in only employee table. A column name with employee name is available in only EMP table. A column with salary is available in only EMP table. But a column with EMP table, a column with department number is available in both DEPT table. So same column name is available in these 2 tables. So it has some confusion whether it need to take the department number column from EMP, whether it need to take the department number column from DEPT. You need to mention it. When the same column name is available in the multiple tables, you need to mention table alias. Table alias. Otherwise it will show ambiguous column. But department name is available in only DEPT table, no confusion. And location is available in only DEPT table, no confusion here. Only confusion is with this department number column. Department number column. Now what I need to do here to get the proper output, I need to mention table alias EMP dot. EMP means table name dot column name. This time there is no confusion at all. I'm asking to bring the department number from EMP table. I'm asking to bring the department number from EMP table. Just select these columns, select this, click on execute, click on execute. Now I got only selected list of columns. Now we'll go and understand internally. What do you want, Venkat Sai? What do you want? Upendra, what do you want? Now I want so when you run this query internally, how it will execute and what kind of output it will give is important, guys. Is important. Let me practically show you. So internally, what output it will give, and how it will execute. When you run any cross join query, something like this, internally how it will execute, what kind of output it will give is important here. So important concept. The people who don't know about the joins, just concentrate. Now, when you run this query, what Power BI will do is, Power BI will go to the first table. In the from list, what is the first table you taken? It will go to the first table. The first table I taken is EMP table. In the EMP table, it will take first row, and the first row will go to, what is the second table you have? To the second table, first row it will go. When you run this query, internally what it will happen is, it will take first table is EMP table, and it will take first row will go to the second table, first row. It will try to join first table, second table, first rows first. So what columns you are trying to get in the output? Employee number, employee name, department number. These are the columns I need. Along with this, I need DNAME and location column also. Look at this here. So I said that first table, first row will go to the second table, first row. Let me show you. First table, first row will go to the second table, first row. When first table, first row goes to the second table, first row, what kind of output you will get here? For the first table, first row, employee number is 1001. Employee name is, you will get 1001, guys, here. 1001. Employee number is 1001. Employee name is Sunil. You will get Sunil. Salary is 1000. Yes. For the first row, when first row is going to first row, these are the values. For the first row, employee number is this, employee name is this, salary is this, department number is this. So when first row goes to first row, what is the DNAME and location you have? The DNAME is sales and location is Hyderabad. You'll get the DNAME and location. Sales and Hyderabad. Once it is done with first row, now first row will go to second row, guys. You'll get one more record. In the cross join, blindly first row will go to second row, you'll get one more record. First row will go to third row, you'll get one more record. So each row in the first table will go to all the rows in the second table. It will give the output. So when first row goes to second row, what kind of output you'll get, guys? The same values you will get for first row. For second row, what is the DNAME you have? HR. What is the location you have? Bangalore. You'll get it. When the first row goes to third row, you'll get the same values again here. And what you will have here? Finance and. This is how we'll get the output, guys. Once it is done with that first row with all the three rows, now it will take second row. It will take second row this time. Second row will go to first row. Second row will go to second row. Second row will go to third row. You will get three more rows here. For second row also, you'll get three more rows. Once it is done with second row, this time it will take third row. Third row will go to first row. Third row will go to second row. Third row will go to third row. You'll get three more rows again. Once it is done, fourth row will go to first row. Fourth row will go to second row. Fourth row will go to third row. You'll get three more rows. Like this, how many rows you have here? Each row will go to all the rows in the second table. You will get some output here. So totally how many rows you will get in the cross join is, when we will use cross join or Cartesian join is whenever we need all combination of data, or whenever we need all probabilities of data, whenever we need all combination of data, or whenever we need all probabilities of data, combination of data or probabilities of data, we need to go and use cross join, guys. Cross join. So very rarely we will use cross join in the real time. Even 0.1% also we don't use the cross join. It will be used very rarely. So whenever we need all combinations of data, all probabilities of data, I have four employees where I am operating in three different locations. So one employee can work, Sunil can work in Hyderabad, Sunil can work in Bangalore, Sunil can work in Pune. One employee can work in three different locations. Four employees together can work in 12 different combinations. 4 3s are 12. 12 different combinations. All probabilities. Whenever we need all probabilities of data in the output, we need to perform cross join. Cross join will give all probabilities of data. When you perform the cross join between these two tables, tell me how many rows you will get in the output. Blindly, 4 here, 3 here. 4 into 3, 12 rows you will get. 4 into 3, 12 rows you will get in the output. When you perform cross join, you will get 12 rows in the output, guys. 12 rows in the output. So whenever client provided the tables, two tables like this, whenever they are expecting 12 rows, you want to perform cross join. Look at this here. EMP table is there. EMP table contains 15 rows. DEPT table is there. DEP table contains 4 rows. Here 15 rows and 4 rows. When I perform cross join between these two tables, how many rows you will get? 15 into 4, 60 rows you will get. 60 rows you need to get. Look at this. When you run this query, how many rows you will get? This is the cross join query. Sorry, it is inner join query. When you run this query, it's a cross join query. How many rows it is giving in the output? 60 rows it is giving in the output. So EMP table contains 15 rows. DEPT table contains 4 rows. 15 into 4. When you perform cross join, it will give 60 rows. Whatever I explain, it will even internally perform the same thing, guys. So this is about cross join, guys. Once after the cross join, next one is inner join or equi-join or natural join. Many names are there. So when to go with this inner join? Whenever we need only matching records, we'll go with inner join, guys. Whenever we need only matching records, we'll go with inner join. You will understand what is that matching records. So it's a matter of 2 minutes, guys. Performing all the joins in the Power Query, joining the tables here in the Power Query is a matter of 2 minutes. Select EMP table, DEPT table, select common column, select join type here. There are different join types here. Only the complicated thing is you need to know when to use left outer join, when to use right outer join, when to use full outer join, when to use inner join. So if you don't know the functionality of each join, you will find difficulties. So when you want to join tables in the Power Query, you don't need to write any code like this. So when you want to join the tables in the Power Query, you don't need to write any code like this. If you want to join them in database, you need to write some code. But if you want to join them in the Power Query, you don't need to write single line of code. Yes, but for the sake of some understanding, so for the sake of understanding when to choose which join type, we are discussing all this. No worries. So I'll clearly explain in the Power Query. In Power Query, joining the tables is simple. You just no need to write single line of code. With just point and click, you can complete it. But you need to know when to choose which join type here. So each join type will give what kind of output you need to know. we are trying to see each join type, what output it is giving here. So I'll try to perform inner join between the same two tables, guys, this time. So I want to perform inner join between the same two tables, EMP table and DEPT table. Basically, what is the syntax for inner join is? Cross join syntax is something like this. Inner join syntax is everything is same till here. I want what columns from EMP table, what columns from DEPT table from EMP. But for the inner join, you need to mandatorily mention join type case. For inner join, you need to mention join type here. This inner join is nothing but join type. I want to join EMP table with DEPT table. So why I'm choosing inner join here means I want matching records. My client said that between EMP table and DEPT table, give the matching records only. That is the reason I'm using inner join here. So matching records. When you want matching records in the output, you need to write the join condition also. We need to write join condition also. In inner join, we need to use join type, and as well as we need to write join condition. On which column you need to join. So there is one common column called department number column. On department number column, I need to write on EMP dot department number equal to EMP dot department number equal to DEPT dot department number. So this is the query, complete query. So what this is join type, guys. This is join type. This is join condition. So whenever we need only matching records, you need to have join type here. So you need to have join condition. You need to join EMP table and DEPT table based on which column? EMP dot department number equal to DEPT dot department. Why I am mentioning table alias here? The same column name. When you have same column names, 100% we need to mention table alias. So if the column is available in only one table, do you need to mention table alias? No need. No need. Right, guys. When you run this query, it will give only matching records in the output, guys. When you run this query, it will give only matching record in the output. Execute. So how it will execute this query, how it will execute, I will show you guys. Let me show you. I'll copy this query. So this query internally, how it will execute, I'll show here. Okay, you written inner join query. This query, how internally it will execute. So here also, what columns I'm expecting in the output is same columns. I'm expecting the same columns in the output. But this time when you run this query, what it will do is same thing it will do. It will go to the first table, guys. The first table is EMP table. First it will go to the first table. Whatever the first table you have, it will go to that first table. It will take first row from the first table. The first row will go to the first row. The same way how first row is going to the first row, the same first row will go to the first row this time also. Just give me 1 second. Why pen is not working? Just 1 second, guys. Fine. Now, the same way, first row will go to first row. When first row goes to first row, blindly it will not give the output this time. This time it will check this join condition, guys. Let me erase it, guys. To make it simple, I'll bring the complete code to one line. This time, when first row goes to first row, blindly it will not give the output. When first row goes to first row, blindly it will not give the output. So it will check this join condition this time. So EMP dot department number for the first row, department